Hit the button.
Right now, I've got a few words for some of our brothers and sisters in the occupied zone. The chair is against the wall. The chair is against the wall. John has a long mustache. John has a long mustache. It's 12 o'clock, Americans, another day closer to victory. And for all of you out there on or behind the lines, this is your song.
And welcome everybody to our Daily Gun Show. We come to you live every night at midnight Eastern. That's 9 Pacific for about an hour each evening. We'll go through 3 gun-related topics, different topics throughout the week. We'll pick those on Mondays. So if everyone will be part of the creation of the show, join us then or send us an email with suggestions. We run it live on YouTube. We watch the comments that are coming in there and over on Gun Channels where we simulcast the show. We appreciate everybody who joins us live. Lately, we've been well over 30 people. Matt just had his show live, and they got up to 500 people. So that'll be our new goal, is how to get up to hundreds of people for the Daily Gun Show. But we do appreciate people that join us live. It's supposed to be a conversation and experiment in the new media. We're not just a radio show stuck up on the internet or some sort of audio version of a magazine article. We're really trying to have a conversation on guns. We intentionally don't go with agenda-based news topics of the day. Instead, we just have real gun chat. So once it's over as a live event, it'll render onto our YouTube channel. We'll take the best of and throw that up as a podcast on the iTunes and distribute it out to the various podcast places. So we appreciate the people that listen and participate in the social media platforms after the show is live. So we appreciate the live audience and those people that watch the show later. One way we know you're out there is if you leave us some comments, subscribe to the channels on the various platforms. That'll help with the show getting recommended to more listeners. That's one of our goals. And you can also email us anytime at dailygunshow@gmail.com. Again, to be part of this whole conversation about guns that we carry on every single weeknight. We have hosts. We got Angelina jumping in from California. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me. Howdy, everyone.
We got Bob from Canada. Thanks for jumping in.
Hey, everybody.
And I'm down here in Tucson. Got a couple other people who may or may not be jumping in the late hour. We don't like to bug every host to join us every night, so we appreciate our hosts and that they know they're always welcome to jump in or not, depending on how their days and lives are going. So with that said, it is Wednesday, right? So it's our entertainment day, and we've got a topic for entertainment that is too long to read. Then we have a good idea, bad idea. Well, we'll slug it out. And then we do our hashtag Daily Gun Show Showdown. So if you're using the Instagrams and you want to participate, that'll be towards the end of the show. And you just got to use the hashtag Daily Gun Show. We'll go through, look at those pictures. We'll judge them, and we'll decide which is the best picture on the Instagrams this week. Of course, we do a lot of our other daily stuff. But before we do, we sometimes see if anything happened overnight or throughout the day that's worth talking about.
Well, the dicks thing, that's the thing today, right?
Nothing but dick memes today, for sure.
Dick memes. Dicks everywhere. So yeah, I mean they already weren't selling AR-15s, right?
Oh no, I think they did. I don't know.
I thought they pulled them after Sandy Hook.
Yeah, they're one of those shops that just sells like a couple of rifles and some 22s, and that's about it. And then mostly BB guns, I think.
I thought I read that they stopped selling AR-15s after Sandy Hook, but so now they're not selling.
Yeah, that's correct.
Selling anything like that. They're not selling standard capacity magazines and guns to anyone under 21.
Yeah, and regardless of whatever state or federal laws, they just decided. And then they made a big statement about how the guns are dangerous, and even though it doesn't have any justification, they're going to do these steps just in case, and they don't see any problem with it. It was a really snide and really opinionated little statement they made. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty, I don't know, I feel like you're an outdoors industry and, you know, you're...
Yeah, it's kind of the thing with, well, for a lot of people, you got to explain it like this way. They have every right not to sell the guns and everything else. They're an independent business, and by that same token,
like a Canadian.
By that same token, though, a bakery that decides they don't want to decorate a cake for a same-sex marriage, that's their right too. They can choose to not do business, because that's what it is. It's a choice not to do business. So, you know what? That's their choice. They can be gun bigots, or they can be, but it's their choice. I think it's going to hurt them in the long run. I'm sure it will.
Well, I went over and looked at, there's a lot of people reposting their obnoxious little statement, but I went over and looked at their site, their Instagram that I used to see, and I think they have 300 something thousand subscribers, which is kind of a lot for Instagram. And they had 2 or 3 posts up that are about this little statement, and lots of comments, and they were not one way or the other. They were both ways, and some discussion, some kind of bickering, but a lot of people stating, I'm never going to shop here again, or now I'm going to start shopping here. Thank you for doing this. It's a statement or something. So they're definitely not feeling an immediate crash. If anything, they're seeing an increase in traffic, which is money for them, because they can't pay for that kind of advertisement. They're going to keep these numbers. The internet, they're going to get subs. They're going to get activity on their channel. That's, that gives them weight going forward. So regardless, I think there should be repercussions. As capitalists, we vote with our pocketbooks. It means we wage financial war with these companies, and there should be repercussions. The only reason they're able to do this is it's a safe move. They know that there's not enough consequence from us, and even though it has no effect, it's of no consequence really, it's going to seem like it's something for the other side, and that's where I think we lose, because if we let them do this, let any company do this without consequence, then what's stopping them from doing it again? And worse, what's stopping the media from engineering another hype based off of something or not, and influencing the next decision and the next and the next? This is influencing culture without a vote and without Bloomberg money. This is literally just letting them manipulate culture through a news event.
But they were already doing that. They've already been doing that. I mean, this is, like I say, this is one of those things that's going to go on, and this is one of the ways that we have to learn how to combat it. Which is okay, some of them are going to shop there because of it, but there's a whole lot of us are not going to shop there because of it. Now we get to find out, and if it's a moot point and they just stay the same, well, they didn't really win. And who knows how long those people are going to stick to it, right? Because a lot of anti-gunners, they're big city people. They probably don't have a lot of use for sporting goods equipment. So, yeah, I think it's going to cost them in the end. I'm positive it is. They might get a knee jerk that, keeps them even, or maybe even gives them a little boost. But I think in the long term, it's going to cost them, and that's good. I mean, and it just as a bakery that decides to use their religious freedom or whatever, that's going to cost them. That's their choice, though, right? And it's Dick's choice. It's the company's choice. A company, as long as they're not breaking a law. Now the problem is, if those bakeries were breaking a law, then okay, then we can go after them. Same thing. If Dick's is breaking a law by refusing to sell to someone who is eligible to buy something, and they just refuse to sell to it because of their policy, but it's his right to buy it. I don't know. There's all these weird questions in this thing.
Well, it's discrimination.
Yes. Yeah.
If you won't sell me a cake because I'm a gay.
Yeah. So that's discrimination. And isn't it the same?
But you know what? I mean, to be honest, look, this is how I feel about it. If someone wants me to make stickers or something I don't agree with, I'll make them. I don't give a shit. If you're paying, I don't care. So you're just kind of dumb because you should just take their money.
What if somebody commissioned you to make a decal that said decals are stupid?
Then yeah, I mean, are they paying for it?
I can see where you're going, Angelina. And yeah, that's true.
Like if I say if you want me to make a decal that says Alan Anchor sucks dick, yeah, $20 and it is yours.
All right. Well, on that note, I think we can
All right, well, moving forward, so
no, that's seriously though, it's something that we have an opportunity here, and cheaper than dirt, you know, stepped in it back in the day. And again, if we don't do anything about it, what's to stop them from doing it the next time? It's one of the reasons we do the tour. It's the reason I started championing local gun shops, because the big box stores do this kind of stuff. And they're not the only ones. It sounds like Walmart's doing all kinds of weird stuff about who they're going to sell to. Again, has no consequence with the history of any of the people that did weird things, which are about as less rare than lightning strikes. And there was another one, I think they said in the YouTube side, one of the other stores that was doing it too. So in other words, Dick's isn't the only one. They're the only one that came out that I'm aware of with such a just a horrible jerk statement, though, that basically accused everybody of being bad, basically.
Well, and that's, you know, they're probably anti-gun people to the core, and that's what they always do, right? They did, you know, they were calling Dana Lash a murderer and stuff at that town hall, you know, burner. Like, seriously? Why? Because she's an NRA spokesperson? That's ridiculous, right?
Watching on the Gun Channel side, it looks like it's time to refresh. The server does a thing where you have to log in every once in a while, once a day. Plus, I wanted to interrupt Bob because he's going off in a rant there. So we should start the show. Entertainment. Use of old game systems with gun attachments for practice.
so like House of the Dead.
Duck Hunter?
I was only going to say Duck Hunt. Yeah, I don't know any other ones that had a gun. I guess there must be games with guns now.
There's those like big game hunter ones where you have like a plastic gun, like for your Wii or something. That was kind of cool.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Okay. So the question is, do those things, are they accurate? I mean, they're video games. So are they?
Kind of. I mean, they use a light beam. It's an infrared light beam. It's not a laser. But yeah, they can be pretty accurate. But I don't know. Feel would be all wrong. I can't see it as being really practical for training. I would think that's a dumb idea.
Like, so you're saying I'm gonna play Duck Hunt to kind of get my training in? Is that what you're kind of saying?
That's the one I'm familiar with, but they must be talking. I'm assuming whoever asked this one or suggested this one is thinking something more sophisticated than that, right?
Well, I mean, even if we just say Duck Hunt, because that's what everyone seems to be familiar with. So if you get like a custom holster for your Nintendo Zapper, right? So you got some Kydex for it, put it on your hip, and you practice, you know, drawing. It's a little ridiculous, but I mean, you know, it's better than nothing, right?
Well, we're talking Duck Hunt, but I can remember whenever that video game system was back then. I liked the other one, Hogan's Alley or whatever, where it was just targets and they'd flip out and you're like a police cop. You're a cop or something.
I mean, they don't mean like Call of Duty, right? Or do they?
Well, those are video game controllers. Those aren't guns.
Yeah, it's not good controllers. I mean, I don't think that like playing that big game hunter on Wii made me like a clay champion. So there's like a bird part, you know, where it's a shotgun and it's a bird.
Do you even know, though? Have you gone to a shotgun range and maybe you're like some kind of savant now?
I was kind of a savant beforehand. I'm actually pretty good at clays. Well, anyway, I think we kind of
Yeah,
I think we figured that one out, right?
pretty much, I think.
Well,
You're saying I think using a game system to practice is terrible training. No manual of arms, not training with the right weapon you're carrying, no recoil management, no reloading. Those are all valid points, right?
yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like
weird.
I wouldn't like trust your life to it. Like, oh, this is my only training, and
the things I've seen where I watch over the shoulder of these kids that are playing the video games in Knives chat, there's always like some kind of little indicator where your bad guys are. Like, there's no. It's not like you're really even target identifying. It's just a little recognizing the little blips and bleeps on the screen, right?
Do you guys play like Call of Duty by any chance?
I played the older one.
I was just wondering. All right, well, I think we got that down, right?
Yeah, I think we both all agree it's kind of silly. It's not really training. So
next we do good idea, bad idea.
Nick, yeah, good idea, bad idea. But before we do that, we like to feature a member of the day, and today it is Edge of the Week.
Oh, so we're actually doing a show. This is Edge 4002. This show.
Yep. Both Bob and I, we've mentioned it before, have been in Edge's garage for the show, right? I think we've both done the show from
like in his actual garage.
Yeah.
I camped out in front of his place for like 2 days. Did you camp out in front of his house?
No, he wouldn't let me. His neighbors were complaining, just me parked there.
See, his neighbors were really accommodating for me. They said I could park there as long as I wanted because that's so nice.
Well, yeah, I remember mine took up like 2 houses parking spots, eh? But no,
they said having the Chevy van like that in front actually increased the property value while I was there.
Oh, I don't think so. I've seen people
being there.
Those lights, though, I could see that.
Yeah.
Well,
we turned into a van off, but we're talking about Edge. So yeah, Edge has been around since the beginning. He's big. He's a member of the Gun Websites team. Mention that usually. And this week we're featuring some of the shows that happen on the gun channels and the big channels. So yeah, Edge is definitely one of the big ones. Always been in the schedule.
Yeah, he's a great guy. Really is. Actually, the guy, I think he's one of the first people got me, or kind of told me about gun channels and got me, because I used to watch Gun Geek, who was an American, Canadian, I should say, gun channel. And
interesting slip. Interesting slip.
Yeah.
What would Freud say about that?
Yeah, I know.
Turns out Gun Geek is American, playing in a Canadian, and Bob just let everybody know.
Oh, it's all a big secret. All gun channels actually come out of the States. All right, we've been faking it. Yeah, right. No, but yeah, if it wasn't for Edge, I don't think I'd be on Gun Channel. So for sure, he's a good guy. Good dude. He's always got cold beer in his fridge, and yeah, got a goofy dog though.
There's that roast coming in. So yeah, so anyway, good idea, bad idea. Big meal before shooting. What do you think, G-Webs?
I don't do that. So I'm going to say bad idea.
All right, Bob, big meal before shooting?
Well, it depends on whether I'm going to be prone or having to run. So
you're just going to the range, like just.
Oh yeah, and then I would say no. I'd rather be hungry.
Yeah, I would say no.
Although you also don't want to drink about 10 cups of coffee either.
I don't drink coffee.
Oh, yeah, I love coffee.
I mean, I like to have, like, a bunch of water. And if I go shooting in the desert, I do like to go by Sonic and get a grape slush, but.
Water. Oh, you know what fish do in water?
What do they do?
You know what fish do?
Everything. Their business.
Well,
drink that water.
So I mean, that sounds like we're all kind of saying bad idea.
I think so. Lockjaw is saying a light snack, big meal afterwards.
Texas.
Mike's saying the same thing.
Yeah.
Big meal after, and then he says Texas for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I wouldn't, you know, yeah, I mean.
What do you mean by, well, you know, I'm going to say no to big meal right after, too, because you're all like gross.
Oh, no. Big meal afterwards. Because, I mean, nothing makes that fast or that, you know, greasy spoon restaurant food taste better than that lead and everything on your hands and the gunpowder particles and the fact you're all sweaty and
whatever. So,
and no, it's perfect.
Robbie is saying shooting is a sport so he eats a healthy breakfast, fuel his body for the entire session, and then lean snacks. I'm just guessing he means during, and then water and unsweetened tea for fluids, like an athlete. That's where I guess I was reading that too, and I can understand that. Like especially if you're going to compete, like Bob was saying, like you'd kind of want to eat an athlete breakfast, right? Have energy.
I mean, I definitely think you should be like hydrating.
Hydrating, no, yeah, I gotta agree with that one.
Well, in the desert, like, I mean, you know.
But I want to say I'm not going to go out there hungry. I'm going to eat first, and I do like to not be thinking about food. And
hot peanuts and hot pickles.
No. Depending on where we go and who we're going with, we'll stop at like a breakfast place and get, you know, some kind of breakfast, decent breakfast food for your, you know, good for half a day at least. Not necessarily breakfast buffet where you're going out for 3 plates worth of stuff and stuffing yourself, but
right. At my outdoor range, like not the desert, but the actual outdoor range, I do like to have a ginger ale as like a, I don't know, I guess it's like a ritual.
Yeah, ginger ale is one of those pop I don't actually mind.
Well, Canada Dry, right? Isn't that like a national beverage?
Yeah, don't you have to like that one?
Yeah, well, kind of.
I thought that was when you're born, they issue you 10 cans of Canada Dry or something.
No, you get a dozen beer.
Dozen warm beers.
Or just saying eat a regular meal, then, or eat a regular meal first, and then eat at a restaurant after. But what Bob was talking about, I think eating afterwards it is a good idea to remember that you get a lot of lead in your business, up in your face, and your beard and mustache and your hair, eyebrows, glass.
Yeah, you're like gross.
With lead, you mean?
Yeah, just like lead and like, I mean, if you go to the desert, you're all dusty. And...
Well, the lead particularly, though, is I know a couple of people now that have had lead poisoning, been around firearms a lot. You know, they got it accumulates, so they got it to the point where it accumulated to where they had symptoms and everything, and it was pretty horrible. So they're super adamant about it. And there are wipes you can get specific for lead. I don't know if they pull the lead better or something, but I think ever since I've met these guys, and just once I got into shooting a lot, I've been more aware of that. So, you know, damp paper towel to the beard and wipe your face off and stuff, and your hands for sure. So many people, like Bob's saying, will just go eat right after, reach into a bag of chips or something as they're shooting. You don't think about all the debris that's all over your hands that's like accumulating. It's lead. It's heavy metal.
I mean, that's interesting because I bring like, so I have like baby wipes and like hand sanitizer and rubbing alcohol and like shit to kind of like wipe down with, because you're just like gross, like lead, and you know.
Like after every single shot?
No, like, but when we're packing up to go, like, you know, before I get in the car, I'm kind of like scrubbing my hands down a little bit and like, you know, just kind of getting a little bit ungross.
Yeah, every dude I know who's got kids has hand wipes around, so that's been a thing since everybody got kids, that we'll all use those kind of things, because no matter where you are, those work.
Yeah, so I mean, that's good advice. I'll definitely like clean up a little bit before having your steak or whatever.
I just let me all and lick my hands, and that cleans all the blood off.
Robbie's saying too many rich folks in here pack a sandwich for afterwards. I think that's probably how often you're going to the range too. So as infrequently as I go to the range, it's usually on some sort of special occasion. So it's part of the event, right? To go meet up, since you're meeting up with people or something, then to just keep it going and go to a restaurant is part of it. So I think.
I do like going to the desert and like grilling. I mean, you know, that's kind of fun.
Like cooking out there.
Yeah, like, you know, someone brings like a grill in the back of their truck and then you like make some food.
Yeah, it's been a while since we did that, but yeah, that's a thing.
So sometimes a good idea. Well, before. So everyone's saying before, not really a good idea.
I don't think anybody said before, except for Robbie, kind of saying as an athlete, you want to be smart about it.
But I mean, you could have a big breakfast, but then don't go to the range for a couple hours, or maybe it's a 2-hour drive to the range, right?
Then you kind of feel logy though with a too big a breakfast.
Yeah, if you're just sitting in a car driving, though, it gives you time to just digest and then I don't know.
Well,
Drink lots of coffee, but then of course you get the shakes. That's never good.
all right. Well, I think
Generally, yeah, we've all agreed don't eat in front. So
We can all agree nothing more than 32 ounces of sugar soda. That should be banned.
yeah,
2 peanut butter cups and a Slim Jim if you really think you need it.
yeah, I'd go with maybe a couple of Slim Jims and then skip the peanut butter cups.
Well, that's anti-American, Bob. Anyway, so gun movie, Zombieland. I think I've actually seen this. Is it the one with
Woody Harrelson?
Bill Murray?
He dies.
Yeah, but there's like he's in it and he dies, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
I did see it. I fucking hated it.
Hated it.
But I did like that Bill Murray was like a good sport. Because of course I do like the Ghostbusters.
Bob? Seen it?
I loved it. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. A couple times. I thought it was hilarious. I loved Woody Harrelson's character in it. The main character, the millennial kid, I didn't like him. I thought he was just a wuss. But yeah, I liked the movie altogether. I give it 2 solid thumbs up. Ugh. It's a good movie.
All right, well, I liked it, but didn't like it all that much, so I'm going to give it, I guess, 1.
I'll give it half a thumb, but I feel like that's too much.
I think I liked it, and it was well made, but I didn't. It was like they were trying too hard with some of the jokes. Could have been.
I hate Woody Harrelson, so.
Really?
Yeah. He's too goofy for me.
Yeah, I don't know if these two were all that good together either. Like maybe with other people it could have been better. Who likes the chick in it?
I don't know who the chick is.
She's the one from Superbad, right?
Oh, what the hell is her name?
She's named Red.
I did like Superbad though. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good movie. But Zombieland, so it looks like we're getting thumbs up on it.
The gun movie. They had the short shotgun in it. That was pretty good.
Yeah, gotta love that.
I don't remember it enough to remember if I liked the guns. So I'm guessing it wasn't too good on guns. Otherwise, I probably would have watched it again.
I remember one point was kind of funny as the guys, the girls steal their guns. Spoilers for everybody out there. And the guys are looking for guns and they find a Hummer. They'll open the doors, get rid of the zombie that's in there. And in the back seat, there's rifle cases because these people were packing up to run away from the zombie apocalypse. And there's all these rifle cases, with pump shotguns and all this cool stuff. And he's like, God, I love rednecks. And I'm just like, yeah.
All right, so what's our final tally? So I got like a nub in it.
We got
Bob?
3 and a nub. I gave it 2 solid ones.
Yeah, I gave it a 1.
And a nub.
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see what Jimmy. Is Woody Harrelson one of the people Jimmy hates?
No, I think he likes him.
Jimmy has good taste, so he might.
He's Bill Murray.
Ugh, Jimmy.
Bill Murray getting killed was lame, but it was
Yeah.
interesting that they're willing to do it, I guess.
Well, he's a good sport. What a fun guy.
Robbie's saying it's a zombie version of Natural Born Killers. It was, I don't think so. It wasn't anywhere near as weird as Natural Born Killers and trying to prove something. Natural Born Killers trying to prove something. I don't know what it was, but it was trying to prove something, right? This movie is just being funny, I think.
Well, 3 and a nub.
Yeah, 3 and a nub. We got a few thumbs up out there on the
Emma Stone.
That's right, Emma Stone. Emma Stone.
All right, so now we're into
the showdown, I think.
I'm gonna do the gun shop. I already opened the window.
Oh, gun show.
Go do the gun shop because my poor dog is telling me he's got to go outside.
All right, well.
And I think today we're just on another segment of the tour, so 6th through 9th. So where did we leave off? We left off with being in Texas and leaving and heading up towards Illinois. So I had to get up to my dad's birthday on the 9th, actually. So I had planned to go through Little Rock and hook up with Ghost. And we actually had plans to meet up and everything. And then coming out of Texas, I had a little tiny bit of water on the coming out of the bottom of the van as I got gas. And it was like 3 in the morning or something. And I was wide awake. And the sun was just coming up, and I was about to hit Arkansas, and I thought, well, I'm just outside Arkansas, and I can get maybe it was a little later than that. It was just as the stores were opening, so it might have been like 6 or 7, and whatever time it was, I was wide awake, and I thought, well, I'll just get a water pump, and I'll just have it, and then that way, if something happens, I'll have a water pump. And then by the time I got there, I thought, what's the point of being on the highway and having to do this if I can do it right in their parking lot? Turned out to, I guess, be a good idea. But it took me all day to do that thing, install it 3 different times, I think, or maybe even 4. And then that killed the day. So instead of driving for an entire day, I sat around in a parking lot getting all gross, swimming in radiator fluid and spending way too much money changing out a water pump. And then had to boogie as fast as I could back up to Illinois. So it's kind of a boring leg of the tour and a technically expensive leg of the tour. But I guess live and learn. And I don't know if I would have been any better off. Maybe that's the topic for a van chat. If I'd have been better off taking it to a place and just sitting somewhere for 2 hours or 3 hours, watching it be fixed by somebody who knew what they were doing and just paying for that, as opposed to probably paying the same amount of money by the time I was all done and being exhausted and then having to haul ass like that. In the long run, it worked out because when I hooked back up with Ghost, we had about the most epic arrangement of shit that could have happened as far as meeting with the guy and everything with the missile silo. But otherwise, that was a pretty uninteresting / maintenance related leg of the tour that I saw no gun shops at all. And I ended up driving through most of Arkansas at night, through Missouri at night, and all a chunk of Illinois. Probably slept in the van for as much as I could to nap or whatever, and kept going. And then just arrived in time to, I think I got there Friday night and the party was Saturday morning, so I barely got there right on time. So pretty uneventful leg of the tour, but that's our gun shop for the day. We'll be digging into some more legs of the tour from last year as we get ready for the tour this year.
Sweet. Okay. Wait for the new tour.
I'm back till he decides he wants to come in.
All right, so should we go to the showdown now?
Let's do the showdown now, yeah.
Oh, this hashtag. So I have to open up this, and that means
I think we should play, I mean, not now, but in the future, there's a Britney Spears song. I think it's called Showdown, so that should be like the intro.
Oh, that wouldn't be a good idea.
I'm worried about the copyright and Bob.
Well,
so 1956 this week. We had 1893 last week, so that's something like 60, if I'm doing my math right. So I think I figured out it was somewhere in here that we started or stopped. This says 6 days ago, so maybe a little bit lower. This one says 6 days ago also, so there's a interesting range. Looks like it's indoors with the wires. So I don't like these kind. If they got air going, it tends to bounce all around. I guess it's a little more realistic for defensive type of situations, but when you're trying to actually just sight in something, I'm not a big fan of the wires. What about you?
I'm not either because they move around, but yeah, I guess it's just kind of more of like a. If you're not sighting, then it's kind of whatever.
Yeah, it's kind of like the target's kind of moving a little bit, like people tend to do.
So I don't know. CY Armory, it doesn't say where that is. Maybe we can find out. Eastwood Manor. Could this give you less information about where it is? Woodstock. Thanks, Instagram.
Henry. Yeah.
All right, so I shouldn't have done that. Down here somewhere. There. So now we've got the looks like probably the rest of the range. Too Hottie reposting. Got one from Ghost. This is when he took a bunch of people out to the range. I seem to remember that one.
It's a nice. Oh, here's a nice patch.
Look at that patch. That's a
Look at
repost.
that patch.
How many got more? You got 88. I think you got more hits than I did on the real picture.
Puppy pictures, always good.
Then that's Jimmy's dog. Looks like she's doing okay. Doing on stock. This is a flashback from SHOT Show. Did it say? Oh, I was asking them if they can remember because this is a long time ago. They had the old cameras, little tiny laptop.
The Motel 6.
Could have been. Trying to remember. This one is, I think, a Motel 6. Carrying a Glock. Oh, I had a vape pen though. I don't remember having a vape pen and the tiny laptop at the same time. This is somebody that got one of the mini revolvers. Appreciate the people doing that. There's only 2 left. Early Watch Minnesota. So Jimmy's starting some kind of early watch brigade, like an early watch from each state. Sounds pretty cool.
I keep meaning to ask him about California.
Oh yeah, sounds like if there's not already an early watch, like person for that state, then you just go get yourself an email address and sign on. Pretty informal / system.
I like that orange
Here he's got a new
chicken rooster.
going. He's obviously playing it up for the orange crowd.
Good point. You should make it all orange.
Heinous things happening in Minnesota. People are posting about that. Posting a picture of gun with a guitar stand.
I like the M&P 15.
So, what is that? Somebody reposting? Oh, I reposted that.
It's Patriot in the Dark. Posted that.
This is my shitty free patch Friday. Didn't work. Nobody bought a patch that day. There's a bunch of patches on the wall. There's the Bob patch. There's the Mr. Nice patch. Radioactive Dano patch. There's the weird, like, flippy outline one that I didn't like with the white outline. And desktop. Some, like, Easter FUs. That was the patch panel from back in the day. So I think we might use this for some special tactical quizzes. Bruce did doing an EDC.
Some condoms. That's not real.
Protection. Arms of protection. Oh, buddy.
Some Kydex going on.
Some kind of island novelty down here.
Oh, yeah. What's that?
Probably don't want that.
43.
Sadly.
Oh, I like that furniture. I'm a big fan of the red furniture for AKs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Waiting for that day when some MF decides to shoot up the school so you can, whatever. Oop. Boom. Now where are we going? Russ?
Oh, like that.
Bringing the big board game to the early watch, trying to impress early watch. He throws us in there as a bone. You know where he's trying to impress.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy's got a thing for his big revolvers.
Here's Moon turning into a Beretta fan.
How those are CZs.
No, that was a Beretta and a CZ.
It's a Beretta trying to hump a CZ. That's what that is.
Oh, okay.
And then we got Gary with his fancy patch panel.
That is fancy. I don't see an Allen Anchor one there though, so I might have to change that.
You want mine there, you? That kind of sucks.
Patriot, some stuff that was the stickers going out. Flippy made that one.
Like that Glock sticker?
You do like that Glock sticker? That
I
Glock
do. I wish I made that
barely
Glock
noticed.
sticker.
I just barely noticed that the top of the 5 is a Glock. Another one. This one seems like he's used that picture before. Just Dano. Just Dano bought a Taurus. Bought a Taurus in 44.
Dano's getting so hardcore these days.
Bought a
I like
Taurus.
it though.
And we got Roosted. Is that another Taurus? A lot of Tauri going on. Got Ghost Target.
You know, it's Matt's been bribing him. He's got all those Taurus dollars, right?
I'm not sure about this one. I'm going to give it a thumb up or whatever, but electrical tape don't work for couple and mags. I mean, it works for a minute, but there's better tapes for this than electrical tape. It doesn't have the strength or the stickiness, and once it starts to
looks nice though.
it everywhere.
Yeah, it starts to stretch.
It's also shiny, and there are tapes that are matte that'll look cooler, I think. Really.
Yeah, hockey tape.
Yeah, seriously, like even that stuff for like the top of a hockey stick. It's not really meant for this, but that would even be better, I think.
Oh, it's stronger. Like it's harder to like. The electrical tape's stretchy.
Yeah, exactly. It's designed to insulate more than do that kind of stuff. Anyway.
Here's our favorite snowman.
Yeah, trying to show off that he's got his Second Amendment membership right there. He's better than everybody.
And he's got a 1911 wallet.
Look at this one. Right down the barrel. I'm scared just looking at this one.
Yeah. Man, I wonder how many people that's killed so far.
Looking right down it like that, I don't want to think about it.
Yeah. I'll bet you it's in the 99 million a day probably.
Did Jimmy post?
Yeah, Jimmy's letting people know about this crazy Minnesota stuff.
I love that Glock patch.
Yeah,
Got one of those.
You do have one of these?
I do.
Okay. My creepy Daily Gun Show one today.
I like that one. That's why I reposted it.
You know what this originally was?
What is it?
What do you think this originally was?
Like an album.
It kind of looks like that. What do you think this was originally?
Furniture. A furniture sale. A furniture
A
advertisement.
refrigerator. They're selling this refrigerator.
Oh shit.
Well, I was close.
So I thought that was the creepiest picture ever, and it was perfect for the Daily Gun Show. It's got like 22, or no, this one's yours, but 22.
Yeah, it's on mine.
Ours has probably got like 5. It's just sitting there like a lead brick.
Oh, Too Hotty's got a bunch on his.
Well, he's fake. He's reposting. He's cheating. There's Dano. Living that 44 mag life. And it says right there, life. Or else he's got lice. I didn't read. That's probably 44.
Oh, here you go. Disaster.
Lice. He's got lice.
Look at those decals. Those look cool.
Yep, this is the
Where can I buy
multi-cam
those?
G's. Multi-cam G's, orange G, and diamond plate. I sent him a blue one too, and then a couple of bonus things. And yeah, he got those over on the gear websites.
I see that Glock 43 Don't Discriminate decal. That was pretty popular. So are you saying if you buy a gun channel set, you might get those?
Potentially. There's no way to actually buy it. There is ways to get it. Looks like Clover's got them.
You got to earn it.
And look at this. This is the one that won last week, I thought. Or almost did. And then now we're in the most populars or something. That's what's going on. All right,
Yeah.
so it must have ended probably right here. So anybody got a vote?
I'm going with the Daily Gun Show one. I really do think that was just, I love it.
This one here?
Yeah, now that I know it's a refrigerator, especially.
Doesn't that make you want to buy a refrigerator? Like, I wasn't going to buy it, but that one broad's got a fishbowl on her head, so that makes me think of the future.
I like the one on top.
She's
Two,
like totally casual.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm down, and give me them glasses too.
Yeah.
She looks like she kind of like she's a tranny, might have a boner. But, just saying.
Whole other
All right.
level.
Whole other level. I don't know. I don't know if this is that kind of show yet, but I'm gonna say the AK with the red stock.
So not the one with the electrical tape.
That one.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Even though it's Romanian, got some kind of Russian-looking furniture on it. You're going with that one.
I'm going with that because I am a sucker for the red.
Well, it's a tough one because there's just the one dog, and it's Jimmy's. Bias because I know that dog and I rub that dog's belly.
Oh, you have to vote for that dog for sure.
I'm voting for that dog because it's not only the only dog, but because I rub that dog's belly. So I'm voting for the dog. So that means it goes to the audience. The little people get to vote. So what are the options again? The dog. You could say dog
AK.
for that one. The AK. You could vote AK for that one. Or
The broads.
the Daily Gun Shows. So I guess we'll do something else while people are voting, and then we can go tally the votes up.
Why don't we talk about this gun of the day you stuck in there?
All right, I'm going to talk about it a little bit.
Oh, well, have you shot one of these silly things?
I've shot a KRISS Vector, and I fucking hate it. Am I allowed to say the F word on this show? I'm sorry if I'm not.
Out at midnight, I think you can.
I hate them.
Why?
First of all, it's fucking ugly. Like, it's just gross. And then it's just, like, awkward. I really don't like it. If someone said, I'll give you free KRISS Vector, I might say no, but I would say yes and sell it and get something better.
And you've shot it.
And I've shot it.
And you shot it in full auto? 3-round burst?
No.
Full semi-auto?
It was semi.
Fully semi-auto. So, Bob, what do you think? He's never shot one. He's silent.
No, I have. I've shot a semi-auto one, but I've shot it like full semi-auto. It's just like a machine gun, full semi-auto.
That's because of that one guy on CNN today. Was trying to impress his little CNN buddy. Like, I'm going to switch it to full semi-auto and pull the trigger as fast as I can.
And he wasn't even doing it that fast. But anyway, I didn't like it. I don't like the more modern stuff, and that's really modern. And yeah, it's just goofy and stupid looking. It really is just hideous looking. So that's why I'm all about the looks.
So, but the reason I ask if you shot it in full auto, because that's the whole point of this gun, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure it's like more fun, but anything is fun in full auto.
Well, right, but I mean, as opposed to just because it's got a selector, the mass on this gun is a big piece of metal here that does this weird, like, rotation axis thing, which is supposed to distribute the recoil from going back like a regular gun. So that's why it looks all goofy and it's such a weird form factor. But it does. I mean, it shoots 45 ACP, which is an interesting round, and when it shoots full auto or a 3-round burst, it doesn't have muzzle rise. So it's really interesting that you can keep a couple of 3 rounds of 45 ACP in full auto, like really close together on target. So for that, I'll give it kudos. I like the gun. But I see your points. I mean, it's goofy, and the manual of arms is just unique, to say the least. It's odd. And
it's not for me.
You can't holster it. You can't really shoulder it. It's not big enough. So it's just the wrong size to be a gun. But it is interesting, and it's neat that they went with it. But at some point, you got to say, okay, that's as far as we can go with it. Change it to something else. Use a different metal. Make it smaller. Make it different. Put it somewhere else, next to the mag or something. But yeah, it's weird. But this is for Ellis, the old Ellis. He can't get enough of them for some reason. I don't even know if he's ever shot one yet.
Yeah, well, I didn't like it.
Well, I mean, so we don't have a tactical pop quiz, right? Because
Well, sometimes we just make one up on the go.
Well, we got no Jimmy, if that's what you mean.
Yeah,
we've got no Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy doesn't own the tactical pop quiz. I mean, we
goes around acting like he owns it, even though I don't even know if he owns a windbreaker.
No, I don't think he. Oh, that was quiet. Somebody put a compressor on.
It's too quiet. I use an M60.
Well, it's suppressed M60 then.
So I guess that means it's time to grab your keyboards and just
crack your knuckles, drop your pants,
slam your mice to the ground and step on them so you won't need it. It's just your keyboards today.
Yep.
Well, here's what I did. I opened up the sound before I opened up the thing I was going to dig in and look for. So I'm going to continue to dig in and look for that while we
just kind of bullshit. All right, well.
I'm looking at what they're talking out there, and it's, I mean, yeah, they're saying about the KRISS Vector. KRISS looks like somebody got wasted and JB welded some stuff together in the dark.
Yep. Who said that? Because they're my new best friend.
That was Midnight Range. Oh, you don't want to say he's your new best friend.
No, me and Midnight, I think we are like soul sisters a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Like a little bit in our hearts. We have the same soul.
Oh, I wouldn't
What
tell.
was that noise?
But yeah, I mean, if it came to, I would much rather have a Scorpion than a
KRISS Vector.
Yeah, I've actually been looking at a Scorpion. It's like, I don't know, $600.
Is that legal in?
Oh yeah, 380 Scorpion. Yeah, it's a pistol though. Right? But our stocks fold up. So even though it's a pistol, stock folds up. I think that's the way it works.
I kind of want to get a 92 FS, but after G-Web said that about being a Beretta fan, I didn't want to say it out loud.
I looked at them and decided to get a SIG instead.
You got Beretta shamed?
Yeah, I got Beretta shamed. I don't really like the double action, single action of it, but
what you should be most concerned about owning a Beretta is if a ninja came up and disassembled it out of your hand and jabbed you in the neck with your own slide.
That's true. Yeah, that happens all the time.
Quite a bit.
That could be a thing. I would have to have an Italian one. That's,
Yeah. With the European magazine release, or would you go with a Western style?
No, Western style. I'm not retarded.
I wouldn't care. It doesn't matter one way or the other. But I would never carry it for the whole ninja problem.
Oh, I'm not going to carry that. Thing's huge.
Well, size of the gun doesn't matter. It's just,
It's the motion of the ocean.
No, it's just it's where you carry it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, you're
right. All right, then. All right, tactical pop quiz.
The answer over there, and then it'll be a zoom out type of thing. So
all right, I got the answer.
And then you guys will be watching the chats. And
I got you.
I'm on gun channels.
We'll slowly zoom out, and they will let us know where we're looking at. Where we're looking at.
Oh boy, this is gonna be tough.
Is it gonna be tough, or is it gonna be super easy?
Well, I'm getting nothing here. They're not even watching.
They're probably not even playing. We should probably go on to something else. Like people.
What is that? Is that a
a white snowman foot?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say what I think it is yet.
Hammer? No, we're looking for a place, not a thing.
A rare piece of ivory.
Oh shit! What's that? It's taking shape now.
No, it's not dragon.
Oh, we got we got it on the gun channel side.
Seriously?
We don't have
it on, and it was Clover. So didn't he win yesterday as well?
Is that some kind of rig? You're just claiming this is rigged?
I mean, I didn't get my check in the mail, so I have no allegiances.
J.M. Davis. That's correct. So there's a second part to it. I don't know why I put up two, but now you're going to guess. Maybe there'll be a third. and then we'll see the best of 3. Is that how it works? Anyway, where is this?
Where is it there?
Oh, you don't even know.
Roll call just said J.M. Davis. Is that
No,
what
it's from before. And I spelled that right.
All right, next one. Here we go.
Yeah.
Make sure those mice are dead
Dragon Man.
on the keyboards.
It's pretty easy if you've watched every single video we've ever made.
Yeah, really. No, it's
If
not.
you're a real fan, you would know.
Oh, I don't have this plugged in. No wonder it's hard to find things if you don't plug in the
G in his picks. No, it's not. It's not rigged. G in his picks. Pizza, not pizza. Man, this is such a clue, right?
Where is this? That's the clue. Where?
Brownie Museum. No.
We got some guesses on gun channels, but nothing good yet.
It's not shot.
You could also cheat by having gone to every gun museum in the country.
Not NRA.
That would have also been a way to know what this is by looking at it.
Not Tulsa.
Cody, Wyoming, is that a...
I haven't been to that one. Those may be way too hard for everybody, so we'll just give it to Clover.
Museum. Yeah, I think just give it to Clover. He got it in that first one. This, I mean, when you think about it, there's so many museums it could have been.
It could have been.
Even though it was a cowboy gun, and one of the museums we have featured is a cowboy museum.
Well,
yeah,
Bob never bothered to go past the museum. Cody,
I drove right past it. At a high rate of speed, no doubt.
What am I doing? I am looking for
the link
to give to...
Well, congratulations, Clover. I think Bob has a message for you.
All right. Oh, gosh. Sorry, Clover. That makes you the tactical hot shot of the day.
I guess he could go ahead and pick a patch. He picked the Haas one yesterday?
I believe so, yes. Some cool ones up there.
And then what else do we got left in the show? We've got some history, all kinds of history today. I'm going to go look at our cheat sheet, see if there's any regular history.
Yeah.
But today is the history, like we were talking about yesterday, of the stupid Brady bill. And then it's also Waco. Turns out it's Waco. Yesterday was Buffalo Bill Cody, his birthday, I think. Today in 1803, Ohio became the 17th state to join the Union. 1803. And then in 2018, they decided to go anti-gun or something.
Why? Well, just because.
Yeah, that was big subject of the chat earlier today. They had 500 people in there, and they were talking about Ohio and Minnesota, I think, are the two big ones. But yeah, really crazy proposed laws or changes to the law. And is he ever coming up with one that he wanted there? We're linked on my screen still, right? No, it's out there.
Is the donut patch left?
What?
The donut patch.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, he wants a donut patch.
And we noticed, I think it did show up in the thing when we were doing the showdown there that Clover posted some of the stuff that we sent him. So appreciate it when people post that stuff on social media. It, number one, lets us know you got it. That's always good because sometimes, the stuff goes out. Not all of it has tracking numbers. So I always just like to know that it got there for one and it was in good shape. But then it lets us, gives us that link or whatever, the cross-linking, and it's always cool. But then hopefully it lets people know that we're doing stuff like that. And, that's what it's all about, getting people aware of it and to appreciate it then. So yeah, we'll definitely get you a set of donut patches. I usually have those in the van, so I guess I just didn't grab any or I didn't offer them. But I usually have those in the van. Anyway, I was looking at the stuff, aside from Ohio being the 17th state, pretty much nothing all that good. For Bob, Glenn Miller was born today in 1904.
Oh, I love
Cool.
Glenn Miller.
Yeah, you know how he died?
Yeah, wasn't he in the
His own music bored him to death.
He was flying in an aircraft, actually a Canadian-built aircraft, from Britain to France in order to perform for the USO, and they think that a B-17 flying overhead that dumped its bomb load because it didn't get through its target, that the bombs actually hit the light plane flying underneath them. They didn't see him, and they just dumped their bombs in the ocean, and he happened to be underneath them. I think that's what happened to him.
Holy shit.
I'm pretty sure that he died in the war.
Yeah, that was during World War II.
Have you guys seen the movie, the Glenn Miller movie?
I don't think so.
See, that's a movie I've seen.
Yeah, there's not a lot of guns in it, though.
I mean, there's like army stuff in it.
The big band orchestra leader guy?
Yeah.
I love Glenn Miller.
Yeah, he was good.
So then, history. Besides that, we say Waco started today, 51-day siege, something like that. Yeah. 81 people altogether. 4 ATF agents, 17 Branch Davidians in the first day when they had like a shootout. Did a 51-day siege and burned other people out of there on the end. 78 people or some shit at the end.
Yeah.
Crazy. And then today on the ATF website, they're doing a commemorative for the agents. Interesting. And controversial. People are not either way 100%. So, I don't know. Anyway, I post that kind of stuff because if we ignore the stuff that's uncomfortable, then fuck them. They get to own history, right? So there was that. And then, again, the Handgun Brady Violence Prevention Act, another heinous act of infringement. Luckily, a sheriff said no, got rid of it, and we got NICS to replace it. We should be saying the same thing about NICS. Prove that it exists. We were having a chat earlier, and people don't put costs into the effect. Has anyone ever thought about how much it costs to have 4473s? And what's the result of these things? What's the cost versus what's the result? Like, how much does it cost? Just in a paper. I've always amazed when I was working at a gun shop when I'd see the new forms come out periodically every couple of years, new forms. So you'd throw away reams and reams and reams of paper that were just printed old forms, and you'd replace them for a couple of paragraphs difference. I mean, it has to be done, but just the cost and the waste. So March 1st, since we overlap, Luger patented the Parabellum, the P08, in 1904. So is that the first stupid 9mm, the Luger P08?
Well, I think that, yeah, it was the first 9mm Parabellum. Yeah, because that's when it was invented.
So there you go. March 1st, 1904. Big day for 9mm Nazi gun lovers.
There it is. 9. That thing's kind of... I've never shot one of those, but I would like to.
They're quite pleasant to shoot.
They're quite pleasant.
Quite
pleasant. Good day, chap.
No, they are. They're a nice shooting firearm. It's the toggle system and everything's weird, but they're quite they don't have a really sharp recoil. They're a little bit weird, the grip angle and stuff like that, but it does seem to point pretty naturally. Not like a Browning high power or something perfect.
It's kind of, what's kind of off-putting about it is it's just like a barrel sticking out.
And the fact that Nazis made it, it's got a goofy thing that shoots up.
Well, it was made before there were Nazis, so I mean, if you buy an early
one, they're Nazis.
Yeah, the Swiss used Lugers, so I mean, those were made by Swiss, not Nazis.
Well, Nazis.
No, the Swiss aren't Nazis. They're just like
they're
Nazi adjacent. They're not Nazis. They're next to them.
They're kind of socialist, really.
Anyhow, that's today, March 1st. Tomorrow, March 1st, 1904. Nazi gun. Also, March 1st is the day that the 4th-year anniversary upgrade fundraiser crowdfunding thing is ending over on the gun channels. So I don't know if I have a link up anywhere to that. I'll grab one and we'll throw it out there. I think YouTube breaks the link, but you can follow it over at Indiegogo. Just type in gun channels, I suppose, or yeah, probably gun channels would be the easiest way to find it if the link breaks. And yeah, appreciate anybody that's already participating who shares it to let other people know. And if you haven't already jumped on board, consider throwing a few bucks at gun channels.
Well, at least get your cards, right? Because they'll be cool.
Should be.
True.
In fact, we need to schedule another event to keep going on that project.
Yeah. I gotta get more involved in that. I want my Bob card.
I'd suggest that you probably have earned a Bob card somewhere along the way.
Yeah. Plus, I got the coolest art.
Unless I get a bunch of, like, all of a sudden we get swarmed with emails like, no Bob cards.
No Bob cards, or will not participate.
Well, you know what? The best way would be to make a Patreon donation and a monthly payment, and just, you know, maybe you can put a little note in there, I think, and just no Bob card, and then, you know, give us $20 a month or something. And
support no Bob card.
Yeah,
one of those reverse mortgages.
I'm going to be brokenhearted.
Do one of those reverse mortgages where the equity in your home just gets shifted monthly over to gun channels.
Yeah,
and then we'll consider putting the Bob card in there.
Because you know, because I'll console myself with a whole bunch of firearms or something.
With thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Or
I think I could probably console myself pretty well for that.
Let's make it happen. For just thousands and thousands of dollars a month, you can make a Canadian happy.
You can. That's right. You can keep me from getting a card.
It's up to you. So, what's more important, your retirement or making Bob happy?
That's true. That's true.
Selfish. All he needs is thousands and thousands.
If I get a steady kind of income coming in from the show, I can just come down to the States and hang out there all the time.
I don't know what kind of chaos it's turned into, but I'm thinking we better wrap it up for.
Right. Yeah. Let's take it into the quote. We got a good quote today from an interesting.
Oh, hold on. It's not chaos just because Jimmy ain't here. First, we want to say thanks to the 36 people watching. It's kind of frustrating watching Matt have 500 people talk about shaking their fists at the sky because we weren't talking about nothing in Matt's chat. It was frustrating for a while there. But we do appreciate 36 people that hang out with us in the middle of the night and the people that watch it after the fact. Let us know you're out there. Give us some emails. Leave us some comments out there. Really would be great to get more comments. I think that's one of those things that YouTube uses to decide if a channel is, you know, worth recommending. So throwing comments out on a video is just is a courtesy. You know, even if there's nothing really to add, we do appreciate it. It gives us something to reply to, and you know, maybe it'll encourage somebody else to come along and check out the comments and maybe check out the video because of something interesting that was said in the comments. So. Again, thanks to the people that take the time to listen to us live. You don't have to do it. There's probably other things that you could do at this time of night, so we do appreciate it. We'll be back here tomorrow with 519. We're going to be talking about gun stuff. The CCW question will be, other than Kydex, how necessary is extra retention on an inside the waistband? Sounds like a no-brainer, but sometimes those can get interesting. At what age do you start a kid learning to shoot? That might kind of tie in with Clover's chat yesterday. Or was that earlier today? Today is Wednesday, isn't it? So that was earlier today. Then we'll be talking. Oh, I'm scrolled over on. And we'll be talking carry gun modifications. Why is that in yellow?
I don't know.
I think we're gonna have something. Wait, yeah, I'm on the right day, right? Yeah. CCW. I'm all scrolled wrong. Yeah, it's tomorrow. I have no idea why it's in yellow though. Anyway, that'll be episode 519. That's tomorrow at the same time, midnight. But there'll be some shows on before then, I think. This is when you got to be Jimmy. You don't have to. Like,
I'll be Jimmy. Let me go to the schedule.
You don't have to lower your voice though to talk like him.
What do you mean, like a man voice?
Yeah, no, that's
No,
fine.
Jimmy's got like more than a man voice. Jimmy's
got like a, you know.
Yeah, I smoked a pack of cigars a day for 35 years, and I guzzle a batch.
All right, what's tomorrow? What's tomorrow?
Tomorrow would be the
Tomorrow's Thursday.
Day of Thor.
All right, the day of Thor, Thursday. We have the early watch with Jimmy, probably. So that's cool. Tell him that you missed him tonight. Gun News Weekly with Tack Daddy at 9 p.m. Shooting Left of Center is every other week. Is it this week? No idea. That's 10 if it is. After Hours with Clover at 11. And then, of course, the best show on the internet, probably in the entire world, the Daily Gun Show. And that's with us.
Well,
I feel like we're the dessert. Like all those other things are like the nasty things you got to eat because
we are the happy ending.
Yep.
Yeah, that's kind of
We're the satisfaction at the end of your night.
There you go.
We bring it on home.
Oh, well, let's end this with our quote. This one today is by Theodore Roosevelt. Before that, I'd like to remind everybody, please like, share, subscribe, thumb us up. What we got? Let's check here real quick. Oh, we're at 32 watching. Thanks very much, everybody. That's much appreciated. If you want, like I say, support us on Patreon. That's quite fine with us. We don't mind at all if you throw money at the show so we can continue and get better. So on that, let's have our quote. Theodore Roosevelt, one of my favorite guys in history. A vote is like a rifle. Its usefulness depends upon the character of the user. Isn't that the truth? Like any tool.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everybody, for watching and listening. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
The guys and gals of GunWebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thanks for watching GunWebsites.com.